What up, y'all? This is Tom Moore coming at you live from the Spyderco Millie PM2 Pair 3 Club, also known as the Millie Club. We are live broadcasting to YouTube and to Facebook currently. So thank you all for joining me today. Today we're going to sharpen what came in the mail. At least this one. Mail is coming. I got to say, I didn't think about this as a payoff. So I started doing these live streams because I like teaching how to sharpen. And I think it's fun. Some people are like, well, aren't you just going to lose business because you're showing people how to sharpen? No. I have gotten a lot more business now that I started doing this. It's fantastic. So this keeps me motivated to sharpen every day because I want to make a video. Because I'm trying to grow this YouTube account really hard. I'm trying to make that part of the Millie Club and make it successful. So by doing that, though, I got tons of boxes. So if you want your knife sharpened, shoot me a DM. I'll be happy to do it. But this is fun. I like sharpening people's knives on air. Unfortunately, the owner of this one is out of the country at the moment, but he'll watch it later. Today, I am carrying this Aramis scale. Let's see if we can focus and light on it. Aramis scale pair 3. I guess I can zoom in this way. Aramis scale pair 3. These are the Raptor scales. They're kind of swoopy and cool like that. It's kind of dark. There we go. This one's an M390 blade. I've sharpened this one several times, trying to just to tune it in. So I think it's pretty sharp. Let's see. Never really satisfied. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm really digging this zoom on this camera. This is pretty cool to be able to get up close to my desk and then just reach up and go whoop. Anyway, my office is nice and clean. It's not covered with paper scraps. So I'm trying to keep it that way. Let's see what this is. I think this is something that I've done before. I guess we can just open here. This is a good tape job. Nice and simple. Just tape on the flap and tape on the label. That's how I tape stuff. Okay. Inside we got Amazon bag taped up using our trusty K390 Dragonfly, which is the perfect unboxing knife because you have nice tip control. And some of those things I don't want to jab a big PM2 or a Shaman or something silly into. This we can put aside in our materials for packing bin. Ooh, okay, so what is this? I have no idea what this one is because I was expecting... No, this is a surprise. I was expecting a Spyderco. This is not a Spyderco, and there's not a Spyderco in here. So let me check this message real quick. That's his name. This isn't a 15 VPM2. What is this? This is... Maybe he contacted me on Instagram, too. Well, snap. Look at this shit. Maybe it says in the note what he did. Well, this is what he sent. I thought he was sending a 15 VPM2, but instead this fella sent a really cool... Now you CRK fans can remind me, I'm still learning these. This is the Inkosi, right? I believe this is the Inkosi. It's got the finger groove jobbers on, like these jobs. And then this is the standard blade, but obviously it's been reground and it's got a spidey hole in it. How dope is that? And I don't think it's milling is factory or this clip. This is a pretty modified knife. This is pretty cool. This is not what I was expecting. That's a great surprise. How cool is this knife? Hit me up in the comments, guys. Keep me entertained while I do this. I'm talking to you. Talk to me. Give me something. Feed me. We're going to sharpen this guy on the TSProf Kadet. Get a nice little piece of chamois cloth that will fit. There you go. Thin one. See if I can open this. Yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get a CRK and I'm going to put a Spidey hole in it. This is fantastic. Well, it works. I was skeptical if it would be a very good. You can't Spidey flick it or anything. It's not like that, but you can roll it open really nicely. Not as easy as a native or anything, but it works. I think we're going in without that. Yeah, we're gonna have the clamp without that. Parallel tip to heel. Now we take our stone. And we see where this is pretty thin edge. I'm wondering what angle this is. I don't think it's factory. We pretend sharpen. So we go to the heel right there. And that's good. This is a CRK. They're always easy to sharpen. But that's just for reference. You put the stone at the heel to see if everything lines up. Because sometimes when you do a tip to heel parallel to the clamp, the handle gets in the way of the heel or whatever, and you have to move it around. So this works fine. We're good to go. Tighten it down all the way. Now we're going to get some tape. Just for safety's sake. Doesn't hurt to tape it off. This added what, 20 seconds putting this electrical tape on. Save a knife. Tape your knives. Don't fuck up your Picassos with stones. Okay, let's get the edge angle. So CRKs, I'm usually used to being 20. 20 is a pretty good guess number for a lot of custom makers or knives like this anyway. So let's start at 20. Let's see how our angle cube is behaving today, because it has been behaving very unusually the last week. Okay, that says that's 18 degrees. Let me see where it says 20 is. It says that's 20. Let's do this again. Go down a little bit more. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, let's check the edge with Sharpie. Oh, we have one of the moderators in the house. Oh shit! What up, Houston? Thank you for joining me. This is what I do. This is my job now. I make money on camera, sharpening and teaching people how to sharpen, and it keeps me entertained. Okay, we're gonna check the edge. Yeah, it's at 20. It's right at 20. All the Sharpie's gone. Yep. Okay. So we can sharpen it. That's that simple. We're gonna sharpen at 20 degrees. All the Sharpie came off. That was, I guess, by luck, but usually CRKs are 20. This is a pretty cool one. I want one for my birthday. You guys, you won't believe this. Yeah, you will believe it because you're all grown-ups. I'm turning 40 this year. Fucking old balls, but I still act like a child. Okay, getting this tip. And my present to myself for my 40th birthday, though, is going to be a Spidey hole Sabenza, large Sabenza. Smoke show blasted by River's Edge Cutlery. That's what I think my 40th birthday present to myself is going to be. I might buy it at a blade show and have it modified after. Again, this is a CRK. We sharpened one a couple days ago. They have really easy to sharpen bevels, but this steel, this is S35, is not very good at creating a burr. It's really hard to feel the burr. So we have a burr there, but it's very faint. We have a burr there, it's very faint, which is fine. It means we've apexed the edge. But this steel doesn't seem to build up much of a burr no matter what. We're going to do more pass just to even it up, make sure it's all good. Miss any spots. We're going to mirror this knife. This will be a longer installment. Okay. In theory, we've apexed it all along the edge. I can hear the burr. You can hear it. It's like a higher pitch when you put stone over it, like that. And you can feel it. It's like crunchy little bits underneath the stone. Kind of weird having this big camera dingle dangling over my head. Kind of forget about it, but it's like 6 inches right above my head. So when I lean in, you see my head. This is a nice little surprise today. I was looking forward to sharpening a PM2. I really actually was. And this will take me longer. Maybe not. This was easy. PM2s take a little while to profile. That is done. It's apex. We're going to move on to 400 grit already. Do one more pass with 150. I like sharpening Chris Reeves. They have nice bevels. They turn out well. I get to mirror them. I like mirroring stuff because it makes for good content. When I do satin edges, they're great and they cut really sharp. It's hard to use a satin edge PM2 as a selling point for someone considering sending their expensive knives to someone to sharpen. They would rather see a CRK knowing that I'm capable of handling it without being too stressed out. With a mirror edge, it looks fancy, but my satin edges are pretty awesome too, but I do love showing off a mirror. Okay, moving on to our Hapstone 400 grit. I think my next purchase is going to be a new MacBook. Mine's only going on 4 years old now, so it's still fine, but the fan keeps on kicking on, and it sounds like there's something stuck in the fan, and it's driving me crazy. Not loud, but just like it's there. Okay, 400 grit. Ooh. 400 grit is the stone. You want to make sure it looks good. 400 grit, you can fix scratches still. There we go. I like 400 grit edge personally. It seems to be more bite. Me too. That's why my Tom recommendation for new sharpeners, which I've been getting a lot of questions about, which I fucking love, is what sharpener to get. And now my go-to answer is a Hapstone RS for $200 and 2 Hapstone premium CBN stones, the 150 and the 400. Because like he says, it's all you need is 400 and you get an awesome killer satin edge. That's all you need to do that. That's what we're at right now. And we could take this off after this and we'd be done. And it'd be really sharp. So now we're reducing the burr, making sure we're going to do this like a aesthetic pass, make sure everything looks even. Sometimes you get like matte spots from where you stop the stone and switch directions when you do these. You're trying to get those out. I'm going to take this to 5,000 grit. I'm starting to wonder if 8,000 grit is helpful or hurting my edge, actually. I have it. So I want to see what a 5,000 grit looks like before I put the 8,000 grit on it. You can't really tell when it's on the sharpener what it looks like until you put it in the right light. Okay, 800 grit. Now we're polishing for real. This quickly goes from a satin to semi-polished. It looks really cool. It's a nice texture. It's like in between a mirror and a satin edge. It's very sharp. This is the edge I used to always do for my satin edges, but now I do a 400 grit edge because it's like, I don't know, it's more factory, but this is kind of like an in-between step, but that's nice because you don't have to strop it as much because it kills the burr. Yes, my RS rod does gunk up. It's kind of annoying. I was actually just looking at the Hapstone R2 because it doesn't have this kind of rod. I just have to clean it off because when it gets gummed up, it's really annoying. It gets stuttery when you sharpen. So I put Gunny Glide on mine, trying to make it better. Don't do that. Do not put lubricant on it. You just got to keep it really clean. Graphite would probably work. I haven't tried that yet, but don't put knife oil on it because that's really hard to get all of it out. I spent forever cleaning it out before it stopped getting on the rod. Okay, 2,000 grit. So 2,000 grit, you kind of got a mirror. I mean, you do have a mirror for most people's purposes. It's totally a mirror. So I suggest getting the 140 and the 80 first if you're trying to budget your stones and not get too deep into this. And then I suggest getting the 800 and 2,000 with the option of the 5,000 next time you buy stones, and then the 80 for repairs when you're ready for repairs. I am screwed. No, I think there's an answer. I think there's an answer. I do. But yeah, keep it clean. I keep a chamois cloth. Well, I keep shitloads of them. I keep this stuff all over my desk and I wipe the rod off while I sharpen. It keeps it going. Okay, 5,000 grit stone. I have another Spidey hole CRK coming in right now, too. This is awesome. Actually, it came in already. It's sitting over there. Ooh, I'm going to bust that out next. I want to see it. Because I like this one, but I think I like the Sabenza for myself if I'm going to get one. I want to compare them. I don't really know much of the differences other than the handle. The little finger groovers are a little bit different. I think the pit is different. I don't know. So this is really polishing. It's like sliding on glass. It's very smooth. Stone is very smooth. It's just polishing. You can zoom in. Let me see what the edge looks like. Got all that dust. That's all dust from the edge. It's the burr when it disintegrates. Okay, now we're going to strop. We're at 20 degrees exactly. We start with 3 micron. Starting at higher grit or higher micron on my strops now. Just, man, I keep on forgetting to readjust the stone compensator back here. It would be very handy for this instead of having to redo the angle with my jacked up. How is this? Whatever. It says, oh, it's because we're put the strop in there. Duh. Okay. So it needs to go up half a degree to be at 20. Okay. Let's wipe the edge off, get all this steel dust away before we strop. Nice, just whole strokes only. Never stropped. It's really easy to forget that you're only doing full strokes and push. I did it earlier today. I wasn't paying attention for like a split second, and I pushed right into the edge because I saw a scratch. I'm like, oh, I want to get that scratch. I'm going to scrub it down. And it was not good. Okay, now I'll go to 1 micron strop. We'll probably take this to 0.5 micron. I'm experimenting with different grits and different strop progressions and stopping at different times. I'm starting to think my 8,000 grit stone doesn't improve on the results for my 5,000 grit stone. So we're going to see what it looks like just going to 5,000. And I'm going to strop a little bit less to see what it cuts like. But it's nice and bright. There's a little bevel, so it's not like you can tell if there's a scratch or not. It's very nice. Oops, see, I discarded my strop because I wasn't paying attention. I rolled the tip. Put a scar on the strop. These don't. I'm going to need to get some new ones pretty soon. I haven't been doing this very long on the machine, so I'm still learning this. Okay, we'll stop after this one. We're doing 0.5 micron. Okay, and we are done. Take her out, take the tape off, see how it cuts, and do this little review. It's all right, 25 minutes. That's about what it usually takes me with talking for a bit at the beginning and opening a box. It's kind of important that I get, I write them down for how long stuff takes because I need to base my pricing on it. So some stuff I get better at, I can go down, and some stuff I'm taking a lot longer than I'm charging for. So I'm kind of still figuring that out. There's no guide when you start this business about you need to do this much for this or whatever. It's kind of like how much is your time worth? How's your skills? How fast can you go? How many can you do in an hour? You know, all that crap. How much is my equipment worth in the equation, and wear and tear? But this is going to be a $30 edge. It's mirrored, and it's a CRK. It was easy. If it had reprofiling, it would be 35. This is simple. There we go. Anyway, I'll take a reel of it and get it looking fly. So there you go. A Spidey hole Inkosi. What's an insignia? Is that a blade shape? I don't know. These South African words are above my head. But it's a pretty cool knife. I have a feeling this is not factory milling. I don't know though. But really cool Spidey hole mod. I definitely want one. I'm getting better at opening them. Yeah. So what else is going on? We're just gonna do one knife right now. I'm happy with that for this video. Scrub it with the strop. It sounds painful. Oh yeah, the rod. Yeah, I've had a couple of videos I've done where it like almost seized up during the show, and I had to like disassemble. And I use this stuff as gunny glow. I just spray it down the tube. This stuff keeps it pretty well lubricated, actually. Well, alrighty. Thank you all. That was fun. It's a cool knife. I've got a mirror. I'll hit up the owner. He's in Mexico and on vacation, but when he returns, he'll have a cool knife. Again, this is Tom Moore. Give me a follow on Instagram. That's actually kind of where I started. If you guys aren't aware, not to talk myself too much up, but I'm going to, is I run the third and fourth largest Spyderco related Instagram accounts on Instagram at Thomas O'Moore and at Millie PM2 P3 Club. You should follow both of them. Thomas O'Moore has really cool sharpening shorts and videos, but Millie Club account, if you're not following Millie Club, you're missing out because it's the best, all the best photos. I see a lot of, this is my full-time job, is to sharpen and look at internet. I see a lot of cool Spydercos, and all the best ones I take and I put them on the Millie Club account and I post them. So that account's really dope. Anyway, subscribe to this YouTube channel, like and follow and all that jazz. This is Tom Moore. I'll be back with more sharpening videos tonight. Peace out.